competitions out there.
Of course, anytime a team is coming to a championship for the first time ever, sometimes the game's a little too big for them. But these teams have both been here. These teams know what it's like, so I don't think we'll have as many butterflies to start off.
Coach Tom Garvey for CVU had 2 keys as well. He said, play our game, which, you know, a 17-1 record, 8 straight Division I championships. The CVU game is a good game plan, clearly. And defend off the ball. Coach, talk about that. What is he talking about when he says defend off the ball?
So wherever the ball is, we'll call that on-ball side. The other side of the field is the off-ball side. The best way to score is to quickly move the ball from the ball side to the off-ball side, because when you're attacking on the ball side, you're going to draw a slide. So defenders are going to have to start leaving men open in order to defend that side. If you can move the ball around quickly to the other side, that's where you'll find a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2 advantage, and then you're going to get a nice step-down shot.
So looking at the records, each team, number 1 ranked CVU, 17-1. Burr and Burton, the number 2 ranked team, also 17-1. Burr and Burton's only loss to CVU, and CVU's only loss was to Middlebury. It was a 9-8 loss, and they avenged that at the end of May on May 27th with a 12-7 victory. So very successful programs throughout the year. Also had a chance to ask the coaches about key players to watch, and for CVU, we're looking for some Matthias Williams, number 24, only a sophomore, but he's the leading goal scorer out there for the CVU Redhawks. Jake Bowen, an outstanding goalkeeper. Sam Decker, a lockdown defender for CVU. And over on the Burr and Burton Bulldogs side, they had some interesting as well. We're looking at speedy midfielder, Carter Noyes, a player to keep an eye on. Liam Bradley, a lockdown defender, somebody certainly to look at. Emmett Edwards, the senior attacker, their leading goal scorer. But the leading point scorer is the senior midfielder, Matt Graber. So he's the guy that will set a lot of things up and really get his teammates into a position where they can score. How valuable is that? And are you surprised that the coach's son plays the kind of intellectual game and really makes the team better out there? It's so common in every sport.
Yeah, no surprise at all. You get raised with coaches watching film and playing in the backyard and attending practices even when you're only 8 years old. It just, by osmosis, you end up learning the game, and it's not surprising that Matt Graber had 68 assists this year.
Wow.
Resuming the game without fans.
That's outstanding. We have some superlatives certainly out here, and we have some great lacrosse teams. The public address announcer is now talking about the expectations the VPA has for behavior. And I came up with a little limerick, is cheer, don't jeer, so Vermont officials don't disappear. And I think in lacrosse we have that issue this year. We have that issue in basketball and hockey. Difficulty finding, number 1, trained, but number 2, officials in the state of Vermont to come out here and be willing to take the abuse. So just a reminder for fans to be positive out there. Without officials, we don't have games. And we'll turn it over to the public address announcer to announce all the players.
At attack, number 7, Nick Maselli. Number 14, Emmett Edwards. Number 4, Matt Graber. Starting at midfield, number 17, Carter Noyes. At LSM, Connor McMahon, number 18. And the Fogos, number 19, Carter Cave. Starting on defense for the Bulldogs, number 10, Judd Gorley. Number 29, Liam Bradley. And number 22, Jack Martin. And now the starting lineup for the CVU Redhawks. And the Redhawks have chosen to be introduced as a group. So applause for the CVU Redhawks. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time
we're going to turn it over for the national anthem now. You're watching Boys Division I Championship Lacrosse on the NFHS Network.
Vermont moms work hard, enjoy the outdoors, and shop local. They know that local farmers are committed to providing fresh milk for their kids. And moms care about quality. That's why they choose Booth Brothers milk. Produced without artificial growth hormones and tested for antibiotics, every glass contains nutrients like protein and is delicious to the last drop. Booth Brothers, locally sourced milk for Vermont-grown kids.
At Price Chopper and Market 32, we want to help you shop smart to get the best quality and value for you and your family. That's why we created
More ways to save.
Just Use Your Advantage card to save your way with weekly specials, price chops, lowdowns, stock-up savings, fair to compare, and Advantage rewards. Now that's smart shopping. More ways to save at Price Chopper and Market 32.
Outstanding rendition of the national anthem by a high school student from CVU, I believe. And I got to tell you, if I was doing the anthem, I would need the lyrics written down and probably a rotten vegetable shield too. But outstanding job. I kind of enjoy that. Each championship game we go to, we get usually a high school student will sing it, and that was an excellent job there. So the game is about to start. The CVU Redhawks in their white jerseys with the red shorts, and the Burton Bulldogs in their gold jerseys with the green trim and helmets, white shorts. Coach, close games every time these two have gotten together lately. What are you expecting for this one?
Oh, I'm expecting a close game. I don't think there'll be any real surprises. They're going to be competitive. They're going to be fighting for ground balls. Face-off X is going to probably be pretty equal. And in some ways, probably the biggest thing is which goalie makes the first save.
And making that first save can give you the confidence to really grow from there.
Sam Johnson, Pete Latulippe, Anna Terry, and Kelsey Towski. And for CVU, the coaches are
didn't announce, but it looks like their starting keeper. We should at least single him out now. I believe it's Miles Kaplan. We'll see when he turns this direction. It's Jake Bowen for CVU, and for Burr and Burton, it's going to be
Miles Kaplan.
Oh, okay. So Kaplan in the goal for Burr and Burton. Jake Bowen in the goal for CVU. CVU going from left to right on your screen. First face off.
All right, everybody, let's make some noise.
Carter Cave, the sophomore midfielder for Burr and Burton. Scooped up ground ball by Carter Noyes. Run into the CVU defensive end. Noyes drops it back into the middle. Onto the cross of Morrill. Morrill on the far side finds Edwards. This is a point in the game initially where they're kind of feeling it out, getting everybody touches and getting everybody ready to go, Coach?
Absolutely. Typically when you're starting off, you just want to make sure you maintain possession of the ball, and also you want to kind of see what is the defense going to show you. Are they going man-to-man or are they going zone?
Carter Noyes passes onto the left side. Edwards back in the top to Noyes. Very patient early attack by Burr and Burton. 9-8, the last score of these two. You said it was kind of a sloppy day. Snow and hail, rain coming down, but perfectly clear day. Not a real high score, so two teams that know how to defend as well.
Yeah, and that's not surprising. CVU coach was an All-American at playing defense at Hopkins.
So building from the back, no doubt. First shot by Carter Noyes goes wide. CVU Burton maintains possession. Here's Edwards with a run from the near side. Well defended by Bemke. Here's the attack from the top center. Gray for the shot, and it's saved. Great job, early save by Bowen. You talked about which team would get the first save. CVU's Bowen with a nice look, nice stop.
Yeah, I don't mind where he took that shot, but I don't think it really made the defense do much in order to get an opening. Maybe a little impatient.
Matthias Williams for CVU. Recycles. Turner Elliott now. CVU taking their turn on offense, getting a lot of people touches. Nolan Shea with a run off the high screen. Behind the net, it goes to Peter Gilliam. Here's the shot, wide and to the right. Nearest player to the end line will be a CVU player, Nolan Shea, so it will be the restart for the Red Hawks. Here's Shea now from behind the net. Bouncer up and over, slapped away. Good job by Miles Kaplan to keep that one tracked.
2 shots by CVU, both missed the cage.
Owen Pierce now making a run for the Red Hawks. Passes inside, and it was a pass, but give credit for the goal because that one goes in the back of the net.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate for BBA because that was a pass to the crease, but it deflected off the stick, changed the direction where it goes, where the ball was going, and just sort of slipped past the keeper.
The PA credited Pierce with the assist. And I didn't see who got their stick on it in the middle, but I think it might have been Colin Zoick. Ground ball. Here's the battle. Burton comes away with it. Good play by the long stick defender or midfielder McMahon. Here's Crabtree now. Over to the middle. Both of these teams are going to get a lot of subs in, a lot of work. We've seen Division II, Division III, both boys and girls, and they don't have near the benches. Both of these teams have excellent depth.
Well, the substitution game is a game within itself as well.
Here's Gray now making his run on the far side. Shadowed closely by Destito. Into the middle. Pass is incomplete, and it's scooped up by CVU defender Sam Whitcomb. Whitcomb will be playing the long pole defender spot for CVU. Here's the run down the far side. Zoick brings it back. Reset in the midfield. Turner Elliott now with the run. Gets the shot off a bouncer, and it's good.
Yeah, just a real nice split dodge. Comes down righty, splits across, takes the lefty bouncer.
A lot of traffic in front of the net on both of those goals, making it difficult for Kaplan to pick up the shots. But
well, typically your offensive set, when the ball's up top, you're going to have your attackman down on the crease, down low, give some space so that you can make a move like that.
So Burton came away with the first two face-offs. So they come away with number 3 as well. Into the cross of Carter Noyes. Noyes making his run, pass incomplete, but right into the stick of Matt Graber, and Graber scores it.
Burton goal scored by number 4, Matt Graber, unassisted on that goal.
It's unassisted, but what a nice shot that time by Graber.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a pass, and it went off one of his players' sticks, but he got the nice bounce, and there was no defender on him. Nice low to high shot.
Little bit of a slow start, but it's picking up pace, and another face-off one. 4 in a row for Burton. Credit Carter Cave, the sophomore. Flag on play, the first penalty will get called. That's going to go against CVU. Burton will maintain possession and get this chance on the attack before the penalty is assessed. Edwards now circling around the back of the net, guarded closely by Bemke. Good cutback. Here's the shot, high and wide, and that is going to give the officials a chance to assess the penalty.
And that'll be a hold for 30 seconds, technical penalty.
So CVU will go up a man up on the offensive end.
That's a 30-second technical.
But Burton will get the restart. The shot went off over the sideline.
CVU's in a box and one. They have 4 long poles and 1 defender with a short stick.
Right, Burton will get the man advantage, and they'll start on the sideline.
Burton's in a 2-3-1, 2 up top, 3 across, 1 behind.
Kind of crowded in and put up a wall to prevent the longer shots with a man disadvantage. Is that the strategy, Coach?
Well, strategy is you want the longer shots. They're easier to save. The tougher ones are the ones you feed in the crease.
There's Noyes now on top, fakes the long shot. At what point in the 30 seconds do you start feeling imminent pressure to get a good shot off? Oh, great cut, great finish.
Backdoor cut.
Noyes to Emmett Edwards, who scores to tie this one up.
Surprised that they were able to pull that off because they used that quite often in the game. These two teams played against each other back in April, and that was just a beautiful skip pass from up top. And they're just looking for that backdoor cut, one-on-one against the goalie. Goalie's got almost no chance against that.
One of the positives about COVID, if you can dig down for positives, is that every team in almost every sport now has amazing video. And if you want to research your opponent, you can certainly learn their tendencies by watching as many games they played in as you want to.
Absolutely. We did that this year as much as we could. Saves also not having to drive to the games and video them yourself.
Yeah, scouting. It saves on scouting mileage for assistant coaches and coaches. CVU now, a game all tied up with under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's the shot. Great kick save. Kaplan.
I think that may have hit the post, the near post.
Keeper's best friend.
Absolutely.
Ball being moved around the back of the net now by CVU. Nolan Shea with possession. Shea making a run. On the stick of Pierce now. Pierce resets out in the middle, finds Turner Elliott. Elliott now making a run, guarded closely by Crabtree. CVU clears it out for a one-on-one, and a shot right across the goal now. If it doesn't go in, Kaplan pins it down.
Great save.
And the goalie's pads, they don't really have a lot for padding. And,
they've got a throat protector, got a chest protector. That's about it.
And these, especially at the Division I level, these guys can really put some pep on that ball, and it's not that soft. Oh, here's a turnover in the zone. Errant pass, and Sam Decker picks it up for CVU. That was a dangerous one, Coach.
Oh, Burton just had a golden opportunity and unfortunately threw it away.
Just run down the middle, pass off to the side, jump shot, another save by Kaplan. Good shot by Nolan Shea.
Right on the doorstep. That was awesome.
Scooping up the ground ball, Carter Noyes now making a run for Burton. Noyes double teamed, spins out of it, elusive move. Shedding 2 defenders. He waved bye-bye there for a second.
Got to be careful of that. Sometimes waving bye-bye, you can get a little bit of a penalty.
We did see that in the boys' Division III championship at the end. A little taunting call. Penalty was enforced.
Well, Burton now has their offensive guys subbed in.
Now, as an assistant, do you have an assistant kind of in charge of readying the subs and getting the rotations the way you want them?
Absolutely, yeah. Usually the head coach, he'll be responsible for watching the game and getting a sense of when he might want to call a timeout or things of that nature. The guy who's working on the sub box, that's a full-time job.
Nick Maselli got a good shot off there, just wide left of the goal mouth. Burton maintains possession. Here's Edwards. He finds Peyton Gray. Cruising to the middle. Dumped off to Crabtree.
Burton's now sliding into a 1-4-1.
Behind the net now, making his run, cross into the middle.
It was a good time to make that feed, but the feed was down at his feet. A better feed would have made that better opportunity for a shot there.
Here's Edwards again, starting things out behind the net, shadowed by Bemke. Draws the double team, and he kicks out to, that was Graber with a shot.
Yeah, nice come from behind, low to low, just missed the net.
Get the defense to turn their back on the cutter. Classic strategy in every sport. Here's Crabtree again, working behind the net with Edwards. Here's Edwards making his run, jump shot, and it goes wide left.
That's what they call the question mark dodge.
Why do they call it that, Coach?
As they come around, if you watch where he runs one way, and then as he changes direction, it actually looks like he ran the line of a question mark.
Love it. Love to have you here, Coach. We're getting our lacrosse lesson here as we enjoy this Division I championship game. CVU with a takeaway. Ball into the middle. Sam Whitcomb, long stick midfielder, carrying now.
Will he take the shot?
Big hit. Flag on the play. Peyton Gray leveled Whitcomb on that one. CVU still has possession behind the net.
Yep, flag down, but they still have an opportunity to try to score.
Here's Max Destito. Ball in the stick of Owen Pierce.
Just a little over a minute left in the quarter.
Pierce gets by one defender and he scores.
Again, nice little split dodge. He came in right and then he switched to his left hand to get greater angle right over the goalie's left shoulder.
Pierce unassisted. That's Pierce on the unassisted goal.
So CVU jumps up to a 3-2 lead.
Burton had a illegal body check. That'll be 1 minute personal, and that will still actually be in effect even though they scored a goal. So this will be what we refer to as a man down face-off. You'll see there's only one winger for Burton.
So key face-off for Burton, who has won a large majority. CVU wins this one when they really need to. They'll have the man advantage now. We're just under a minute. We're just about under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. CVU getting their attackers in. Zoic with the ball at the top. Onto the side. Here's the cut. Here's the shot. Just high of the crossbar from Nolan Shea. CVU will get the restart from the end line. Ball on the stick of Williams. Kicks it out. Here's Shea again. Owen Pierce behind the net. Here's the shot. A long one, but great save by Kaplan. And it's a rebound and a putback. CVU gets on the board again.
Yeah, that was a great time and room shot and a fabulous save. But then somewhere off the rebound, it might even bounced off a leg. It went back in.
Nolan Shea credited with that goal.
That will release the penalty, so now we'll be back even.
CVU able to kill their man-down penalty, but very costly penalty for Burr and Burton. The carryover goal and then that man-down goal. Time ticking away here in the first. Here's the face-off. Ground ball is loose. Scooped up by Whitcomb.
10 seconds left.
Will Destito get a shot off before the clock winds down? He does. It's a long one. Bounces off the Burr and Burton defender. That's going to do it for the first quarter. So after one quarter of boys Division I BPA NFHS Lacrosse Championship action, the CVU Redhawks lead the Burr and Burton Bulldogs 4-2. We're going to step out for a quick break. We'll be right back with more championship action on the NFHS network right after this.
Vermont moms work hard, enjoy the outdoors, and shop local. They know that local farmers are committed to providing fresh milk for their kids. And moms care about quality. That's why they choose Booth Brothers milk. Produced without artificial growth hormones and tested for antibiotics, every glass contains nutrients like protein and is delicious to the last drop. Booth Brothers, locally sourced milk for Vermont-grown kids.
At Price Chopper and Market 32, we want to help you shop smart to get the best quality and value for you and your family. That's why we created
More ways to save.
Just Use Your Advantage Card to Save your way with weekly specials, price chops, lowdowns, stock-up savings, fair to compare, and Advantage rewards. Now that's smart shopping. More ways to save at Price Chopper and Market 32.
Welcome back to the Boys Division I Championship. Carl Parton here with Lee Morris and Coach Morris. What's your take on the first quarter?
Well, I think both teams came out really strong, wanted to play their game, settle things down. CVU may be up on a couple lucky bounces. That happens. What I did not expect was Burr and Burton really has dominated the face-off quite nicely, and that leads to possessions. They did have one golden opportunity there on a ride to grab the ball right in front of the cage, but they couldn't make the connecting pass, and they gave it right back. I bet they wish they had that one back.
Getting ready for the second quarter to start here. Jacob Bose will take the face off for CVU. And it looks like it's Carter Cave, the sophomore midfielder, stepping up to take the face off again.
Scorebook Live, the BPA official rankings and tournament brackets can be found online at scorebooklive.com/Vermont. Get the mobile
second quarter action. Here's the face-off.
Scorebooklive.com/Vermont.
Battling and coming away with this one was Nolan Shea, or rather Jacob Bose. Ground ball scooped up by Carter Noyes for Burr and Burton. Here's Noyes down the right side. He's being shadowed by Zoic. Oh, no, correction, that's Whitcomb. Long pass to the middle. Picked up by Gray.
Currently, Burr and Burton's in an open set. They don't have anybody on the inside. They may just want to control the ball a little bit and kind of get a feel for what they're doing and then work into one of their offensive sets.
Here's the move by Edwards, takes the shot, and it's saved. Good job by Jake Bowen. Scoop that one up. CVU on the breakaway. Here's the shot, and a lot of zip on that one by Nolan Shea, but off target. CVU will maintain possession.
Yeah, that was an awesome clear from the keeper all the way up across midfield. We have a flag down.
Back at midfield, I didn't see the penalty.
Offsides, 30-second technical.
Burr and Burton penalty charge number 24, 30-second technical for offsides. That'll give CVU the extra man opportunity.
So CVU with possession behind the Burr and Burton net with a man advantage. Here's Shea on the far side. Centers it to Zoic. Little Williams, I think, was ready to take that shot before he caught. Gets the ground ball, though, and he makes up for it by scoring the goal.
Ground balls. Ground balls are key in this sport. Picking up a ground ball right there, right in front of the cage. That's a layup.
And CVU lead of 5-2.
So back to the face-off circle, and it will be Jacob Bowes taking on Carter Cave. Bowes has done better the last couple times. Cave comes away with this one again now. It's a combination of strength, stick speed. What else is key for winning those face-offs, Coach?
Well, obviously having a good face-off man right at the X is key. Somebody who's got the quick hands, but what really makes the difference is what you have on your wings.
Well, wrap around behind the net, and Matt Graber gets Burton back on the board after a run of 3 straight CVU goals.
Graber, that's Matt Graber, unassisted.
Yeah, that was just a great one-on-one effort on Graber's part, and just came right around. He's a natural righty, and a nice bounce shot down by the goalie's feet, and put one in, and that's needed because they were starting to feel the pressure being down 5-2. That was a key goal for them.
One thing we've seen here at UVM in the championships is such a game of momentum, where if you get on a hot streak, it can really dishearten your opponent or give you more confidence. And I think you're right on, Coach. Burton needed that one. Here's the ground ball. CVU come away with it. Coming in to help was Destito.
We had a timeout called by CVU the moment they picked up the ball. That's their first timeout. They get to a half. Brilliant
strategy, and quite frequently timeouts will be used to maintain possession and reset a good attack on offense. So absolutely appreciate that effort, the officials, making sure this is so important to the athletes, the fans. They want to make sure they give the best officiating possible here for the championship game as well.
Well, there is a certain situation where they're calling it a 30-second technical hold, but because it looked like it came close to his neck, it could have been unnecessary roughness as well. So looks like they decided it wasn't that egregious and went with the 30-second.
CVU with the man advantage. They've definitely had the majority of penalties in their favor at this point. More opportunities for the Red Hawks. Being patient with their attack. Here's Zoic with a cutback. Dumps it off. Here's the shot and a great save. Kaplan squaring up on that Pierce, but it's a takeaway giveaway and it's a shot and a score for CVU. Nolan Shea gets the goal.
CVU goal scored by number 19, Nolan Shea, unassisted.
It's so challenging to make a save, but then your job's not done. Then you need to clear the ball. And unfortunately, that clear bounced right into a CVU player's stick, and he took the rip right in front of the net. A lot of cage. It's 6-by-6 goal.
CVU again taking advantage of the man advantage. Well, I just noticed on the scoreboard, shots are equal, 7-7. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure how accurate their statistics are. They're showing 4-0 in face-offs, but maybe a +4 advantage for Burton on face-offs. When Burton comes away with this one. Here is Carter Noyes now. Pulls it back.
Burton's been on defense for quite a while. I think it would be smart of them to be patient, move the ball around, and wait for that backside we talked about earlier in the broadcast. Wait for the off-ball side to open up and then take your one more shot.
Here's Maselli. Nick Maselli, the senior attacker. Behind the net. Swings it wide to Peyton Gray. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs. Here's Edwards. Edwards sends it in, and a quick turnaround shot by Maselli just wide left. Possession will stay with the Bulldogs.
And that's what I was talking about, taking your time, finding that guy open on the backside. That was really well done on their part. Just didn't quite connect.
Here's Graber. Great fake. Ground ball scooped up by Edwards.
Yeah, they doubled on Graber. They know he's dangerous, so they did the early double.
So that's a gamble with somebody that's such a good playmaker. Having the second defender on him may open up a teammate.
Well, he burned them earlier, so now they're going to say not again. So they're going to send that second man as fast as they can. But you're right, risk and reward.
Julian Halstead now at the top for the Bulldogs, making his run. Shadowed by Jacob Bose. Carter Noyes now for the Bulldogs, making his run. Thought he might have had a crease there for a second, but he pulled it back. Good patient offense by the Bulldogs. Edwards gets the shot off, but a nice stick check to prevent him from getting full pace on that one. Crossed into the middle. Whitcomb scoops up the grounder.
Nice feed.
On another maybe making the play before you had it in your cross that time. Good pass forward by Gorley. Peyton Gray now for the Bulldogs. Swings it to the near side. Maselli. Almost lulling the defense to sleep a little bit here, maybe setting up that backside cut you talked about earlier, Coach.
Certainly, I mean, they tend to really enjoy dodging from the top of the box, just like they're doing now, and trying to see what the defense gives them.
It's the run behind the net. And losing it off the check. Zelk picks it up. Long pass forward, intercepted. Great defense by Liam Bradley.
Yeah, way to read that and just pick that pass off. The one thing if you're going to dodge you don't really want to do is if you beat one guy, you don't want to be running into 2 and 3 guys because they'll probably take the ball away. So if you can draw, that's a good time to dump the ball and keep it moving, as we call keep the rock hot.
Here's the attack by the Bulldogs. Straight down the middle. Past 2 defenders. Here's the shot. And making the save, Jake Bowen again. Ground ball scooped up by Will Morrill. Taken right back away. Here's Zelwick. And timeout called by Burton, I believe.
Yep, and that was a perfectly timed timeout call. His man was going to be going out of bounds, and they were going to lose the ball. So that was awesome job on their part.
With just over 4:40 remaining, we're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Boys Division I Championship Lacrosse on the NFHS Network.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
I'll part back with Morris. We were just commenting on crowd here. CVU, obviously, just down the road, has a great crowd, a huge student population, but good adult support here too. And you were talking about Burton. That's a haul to get here from Burton, but not a bad crowd for them.
No, I mean they travel well. They're well organized, and their bench is deep as well. For them, yeah, it's a business trip.
They definitely have some unfinished business after 3 straight years making it to the championship and having that runner-up trophy only in the case.
Well, it'll be interesting on this clear because, I'm sorry, not a clear, what they want to do with the ball on offense for Burton. We got 4:45 left in the second, and they sure would like a goal at this point to try to narrow that distance from 6-3 and get it to 6-4.
Nick Maselli will start out with the ball on the near side of the field. Burton working it around the perimeter. Graber up top, goes to Will Morrill. Carter Noyes now.
So we got some players exchanging positions. Not quite cutting yet, but starting to see what they can do and make their defenders move.
Here's the run into the middle. Shot deflected by stick check. Good job by Maselli shielding as the ball rolled over the end line to allow Burton to maintain possession.
Yeah, they're looking try to get the right matchup.
Edwards with a jump hook shot, and it goes wide, out of bounds. Will stay with the Bulldogs.
It's hard to get a lot of zip on that ball when your defender's pushing you away from the goal and you're basically shooting on your back foot.
Maselli now behind the net. Looks into the middle, making the run. Tough angle shot by Edwards. Can't get it to go. It's going to go over the sideline.
Yeah, it was a great cut and great feed. Just the timing was a little late, and as you said, low angle at that point.
Will Morrill now. On the far side, he goes to Peyton Gray. Coach Graber talked about Gray's strength, and he pounds through 2 defenders, gets the shot off, deflected away. Another great save by Bowen.
And another possession, so maintaining the offense. The defense starts to get tired. You start to see their sticks not up in the lane. You start dropping the sticks a little bit, making those lanes look open.
Behind the net. Making the run.
Thought about it.
Oh, a no look behind the back shot.
ETB. Not a bad time to take that.
Just over the crossbar.
If that was on gauge, that might have been in. I don't think the goalie was expecting that.
I see CAX here. That would have been in the highlight films tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Graber now getting things started for the Bulldogs. Crossed into the middle, connection and a finish. And Edwards on the pass from Graber scores the goal for Burton, making it 6-4.
And it's not surprising. Graber with an assist, with 68 assists this year, even before the playoffs. That was a remarkable feed because that was basically a righty shovel feed. You don't see that very often, but it was right on target, well-timed, simple tic-tac-toe.
They make it look easy. That's why they're in
Shop smart.
The bounce shot doesn't go. No harm done. Owen Pierce took that opportunity getting past his defender. He knew his teammate was behind the goal, protecting the line. So another restart for the Redhawks.
Well, the slide was coming, so he had to take the shot a little sooner than he wanted.
Gilliam with a shot, and he scores. Peter Gilliam, the sophomore attacker, puts CVU up 7-4.
CVU goal scored by number 23, Peter Gilliam. That's unassisted. Peter Gilliam on the unassisted goal.
You know, one thing about a school like CVU, you have such good participation, as we have a new face-off man, Devin Fay Jr. coming in to take this face-off for CVU, is you have underclassmen that would probably be starting at many schools, and they're just support role players here, but Gilliam coming off the bench and showing well in that attack.
Well, he even played a little bit in last year's game as a freshman. You know, not a lot, but he got his toes wet, so to speak, last year, and he's got more of a control of the offense this year.
Bodes well even more for the future of CVU lacrosse.
Yeah, his father was an All-American at Hobart, so when we were talking about coach's son, certainly his dad was a phenomenal lacrosse player in his own right.
Good lacrosse genes. Oh, and here's a takeaway. CVU, with under a minute to go, has the chance to tack on another. With time ticking away, here's the long shot and a goal from distance. Max Destito putting CVU up 8-4. And do you think he might have caught Kaplan by surprise taking that long distance shot?
I think the entire defense looked like they were just standing still. They weren't really aggressive, calling out point. And your job when you come down that way is to see if a defender's going to take you. And if they do, then you move the ball. If they don't, your job's to take that shot.
Well, a job well done by Max Destito. Here's the face-off, and Burton comes away with it. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Connor McMahon making the run down the right side. Dumps it off to Carter Noyes. Noyes making a run toward the goal. Crossed into the middle, a little behind his teammate. Ground ball scooped up by Bemke. Time ticking away, under 10. Will CVU get another shot off? Shea gets the shot, but nice save by Kaplan.
Yeah, that was a key save. To only be down 4 instead of down 5. That was a big save at the end of the half.
So with one half of play in the boys Division I Lacrosse Championship, it's the CVU Redhawks 8 and the Burton Bulldogs 4. We're going to step out for a quick break. When we come back, it's second half action here. Boys Division I Lacrosse Championship on the NFHS Network.
Vermont moms work hard, enjoy the outdoors, and shop local. They know that local farmers are committed to providing fresh milk for their kids. And moms care about quality. That's why they choose Booth Brothers milk. Produced without artificial growth hormones and tested for antibiotics, every glass contains nutrients like protein and is delicious to the last drop. Booth Brothers, locally sourced milk for Vermont-grown kids.
At Price Chopper and Market 32, we want to help you shop smart to get the best quality and value for you and your family. That's why we created
More ways to save.
Just Use Your Advantage Card to save your way with weekly specials, price
Welcome back to the Boys Division I Lacrosse Championship from Virtue Field at the campus of University of Vermont. I'm Carl Parton with Coach Lee Morse here, and just one thing we don't mention enough perhaps is this is just before graduation for many of the seniors, and what an accomplishment to make it to a championship. I guess both of these teams have had their share of experience here, but win or lose, it is an outstanding accomplishment for both of these teams to make it through the 11 or 12 teams in Boys Division I maybe, and to make it here and just to put the cherry on top of their ice cream sundae of academics and athletics in high school.
These guys should all be proud of themselves. They've worked hard, many practices, many games, 6 days a week, culminating. We got 24 minutes left of great action.
Bose versus Cave on the face-off circle again. This is going to be vital for the second half of this one. Oh, no, correction. It was Devin Fay in there in the face-off circle for CVU. CVU comes away with it on the long stick of Whitcomb. Here's the quick shot and quick score. It's Nolan Shea with yet another goal, putting CVU up 9-4.
CVU goal scored by number 19, Nolan Shea.
Burton got interested in trying to stop the long pole from taking the shot, and in doing so, left a man open for a fairly easy layup.
You talked earlier to me, Coach, about the ground balls by the wings being picked up after the face-off, and CVU made that one pay. Here comes Cave back with the win of the face-off. Burton now with the ball. It's Noyes onto the near side. Edwards. At halftime, Coach, you were talking about Burton being patient, one goal at a time in their attack, and they need to, what did you say, stay with the system?
Well, if you trust the process that your coaches have developed and you trust your teammates, that's when things are going to open up and you're going to feel like you're playing your game.
And
hit the post.
The post out of bounds, and it will be CVU getting possession on this one. And the tendency you mentioned, Coach, is maybe the superstars trying to take it into their own hands instead of trusting the process and rushing it a little bit. We've seen this, a game of runs. You can definitely rip off 2, 3, 4 goals at a time. Here's the shot, and a nice one, and that is Matthias Williams scoring that one, giving CVU a 10-4 lead.
CVU goal scored by number 24, Matthias Williams, assisted by number 21, Turner Elliott. That's Williams from Elliott.
Your coach Tom Garvey of CVU, you couldn't have scripted this start of the third quarter any better, and for Burton, this is exactly what you didn't want to see coming out of halftime.
Yeah, the field for Burton just got a whole lot steeper.
Here's the face-off. Cave has it, but it's knocked out of his stick. Ground ball picked up by Sam Whitcomb. Whitcomb, triple team, kicks it back.
Nice wing play back to the keeper. Set up your clear.
Going ahead to Whitcomb, and he
nice
has it checked
check.
out. Edwards on the attack. Great ball movement and a finish by Matt Graber.
Tic-tac-toe. That's why they call it execution.
Now, you said you used to play keeper on an attack like that when it goes from your left to your right to your left to your right. I mean, your head must be spinning on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you practice it so you kind of get familiar with what's probably coming, but ultimately it becomes an attackman against the goalie one-on-one, and you're trying to cover a goal that's 6 feet high, 6 feet wide. There's a lot of twine behind it.
I can imagine that play we just saw is a drill that happens in practice with attackers moving it left to right, and the finish.
Absolutely, both for your defense and for your offense.
And stepping out of bounds over the sideline was Cave.
Careless turnover, unfortunately.
So it will be CVU ball. I've certainly seen it in soccer, not so much in lacrosse, but the multiple line field. Here's a shot, and it's high and wide. A team that's playing on the turf for the first time, a multi-use facility with multiple lines. It can get confusing, but it's pretty clear. The yellow is nice and bright here for the boys' lacrosse lines. Here's a run and a shot.
Well, Burton does have a turf field of their own, so I would hope that they would be somewhat familiar with the multiple lines.
Quick shot by CVU with a big lead.
That was a great defense right there. Nice clear.
Onto the stick of
We
Crabtree.
have a fast break opportunity.
Here's the shot just wide left. Great hustle that time by Jake Bowen, diving to be nearest to the end line. But Maselli was there, and Maselli will get the start for the Bulldogs. Maselli around behind the net, looking for the pass. And it's taken away.
Now we're going the other direction.
Sam Decker making the run with a long stick for Burton. Gets it to Nolan Shea. Shea will slow it down.
Yeah, if you have the fast break, you want to take it. And sometimes if you don't, you can do what we call a slow break. And then when you really see there's no break advantage at all, you just go with a no break, settle it down, start to play your offense.
Pass a little low on that one. Ground ball scooped up, and still a battle for the ground ball. Finally, CVU comes away with it.
Looks like Peter Gilliam brought that one out of the pile. Beautiful check.
Has it checked away. Checks it right back, though. Good one-on-one battle there going on between Martin and Zoic.
Good one-on-one competitions. Well played, both sides.
Nolan Shea going against Noyes. Checked off the ball.
Yeah, he was doubled by the keeper. Came right out of the cage and stopped him.
Nice ground ball scoop by Carter Noyes. Gets rid of it before he's checked out of bounds. And here comes Burton. McMahon now making the run for the Bulldogs with a long stick. Crosses into the middle looking for Halstead.
And good patience right there. They really didn't have the advantage they were hoping for, so they'll just settle it down now.
Nick Maselli facing off against Sam Decker. Gets around the corner. Triple team. Gets the shot off and bounces one in. Oh, but
the goal does not count because Burton was offsides.
Swin pulled back. Unfortunate for the Burton faithful. Excellent move that time. Here's CVU on the attack. Behind the net, making the cut in. There's Gilliam.
Great save by Kaplan.
Ground ball.
Read that all the way. He wasn't fooled.
Liam Bradley looking for the long pass to McMahon. McMahon collects.
Bit of a risk. Do they have enough guys back?
On the far side now, Crabtree. And this is the process you were talking about, Coach. Them getting their lineup set, getting the people in that they want in. You make the comeback one goal at a time. There's Peyton Bray with the ball on the near side for the Bulldogs. Squaring off against Whitcomb.
Well, in this sport, 5 goals is not a big deal with 18 minutes left. But you have to defend. You have to stop the other team from scoring. And you got to chip away one at a time.
Graber making the run. Gets a low ball, but he's checked off so he doesn't get the power on it he wants. Bowen scoops up the save. Here's Sam Decker now for the Red Hawks. Bringing it down the near sideline. Gets it ahead.
Nice clear.
To Shea.
When your attackman comes up to the line like that to be available for the clear, we call that being a maverick. Did that well.
Here's Elliott now. CVU gets the lineup they want in. Owen Pierce checks in. Here's Pierce with the run. Off to a swing, a low, hard shot, but it's a nice save by Kaplan.
Yep, low to low. Kaplan had his eyes on it the whole time.
Judd Gorley.
They got 20 seconds from the save to get it over midline.
Kaplan will come up. Carrying himself. He's got a long run back. Gets it across midfield. And timeout Burton. And the purpose across the body with a cross check on that. What are they?
They're calling that a push.
Okay.
Somehow something happened to the player. It looked like he did get hurt and he collapsed to his knees, but that's a 30-second technical push.
So it will be a man advantage for Burton on this restart.
That was good sportsmanship right there. One of the players said, hey, no offense, didn't mean to hurt you.
And we've seen, the Division III championship on Thursday was very,
don't need any chanting, please.
very physical, and, it got chippy from time to time. This has been a pretty clean match.
I think there's a lot of respect from both teams. So, and the coaches, they want to, have a good high-class operation. And I think that's what we're seeing. This is just really good lacrosse played at the highest level, at the high school level here in Vermont.
Certainly good coaching doesn't want you to be a man down either because of a penalty, so that's got to be in the back of their minds. Burton on the attack, and it's a shot line to the left.
I wish he had that one back. That was beautifully set up. Just a little wide to the goalie's right.
On the restart will be Graber. Graber making the run behind the net. Here's the shot from distance, straightaway center, and Carter Noyes puts it in the back of the net. Another assist for Matt Graber.
That was a howitzer. That thing was just humming. There's no way that keeper was going to be able to stop it.
Matt Graber. By number 4, Matt Graber. That's Noyes from Graber.
A little bit of traffic as well, but you're right. That thing had some pace on it. Upper right-hand corner. So Burton nips off one of those 5 goals they were trailing. Let's see what happens in the face-off. Face-off is won by Devin Fay, the junior midfielder for CVU. Gets it onto the stick of Whitcomb. Whitcomb, his shot deflected. The ground ball scooped up by Dustatel.
It's great for a keeper when his defensemen are willing to get in front of a shot like that.
Here's Zowick. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Zowick with the ball. Townsend guarding him for Burton. Zowick into the lane. Gets the shot off and another save. Kaplan. Kaplan looking for the quick shot and a big check from behind. Elliott made the hit. Noyes was awaiting the pass.
Yep, it's not a flag down situation. It's just a possession. Pushed from behind without possession. Burton's ball.
Here's Noyes now making the run, trying to get past the midfield of CVU. He crosses the line.
Then they get their touch inside the restraining box.
Back to even strength. Here's Crabtree, ground ball. Crabtree picks it up. There's the cutback.
Nice defense.
Carter Noyes now, guarded by Whitcomb.
He's really working him outside the box.
Here's Noyes and gets the shot off wide to the left. This one is going to just trickle over the sideline. Burton will start. Coach, I had a question for you. How do you choose which of your defenders to be your long stick defender?
Well, so when you can, you've got all 4. You allow 4 long sticks on the field at a time. Okay. So there are defenders who will tend to cover attackmen. Then you have one more midfielder, and those that practice with a long stick are going to be defending. And so basically a long stick midi, or an LSM as we call it. And that's typically what you'll see on the face-offs as well.
Strength against strength and powering through the check. Looks like it was Peyton Gray. And, you know, Tom Graber I talked to before the game. And I said, tell me about some of your players. He chose Peyton Gray, and his adjective to describe Peyton Gray was strong. We just saw it right there.
Absolutely. And instead of that looking like they were desperate, you know, it looks like they're more controlled, they're poised, and they're buying into the chip away one at a time. So now they got a little run going. What can they do with it?
Plenty of time left in this one, just over 2 minutes remaining in the third. Burr and Burton riding some momentum, and they win the face-off. Checked out of the stick of Cave. Still a loose ball over the sideline, and it's going to go CVU's direction.
Yeah, Burr and Burton touched it last.
Long pass down the middle. Here's the scoop. Nice play by Nolan Shea. And a timeout, CVU, with just under 2 minutes remaining. It's a 3-goal Red Hawk lead over the Bulldogs. You're watching Boys Division I Championship Lacrosse on the NFHS Network.
Vermont moms work hard, enjoy the outdoors, and shop local. They know that local farmers are committed to providing fresh milk for their kids. And moms care about quality. That's why they choose Booth Brothers milk. Produced without artificial growth hormones and tested for antibiotics, every glass contains nutrients like protein and is delicious to the last drop. Booth Brothers, locally sourced milk for Vermont-grown kids.
Carl Parton back with Coach Lee Morse. And what do you think that timeout was, Coach? CVU, under 2 minutes to left. They got a 3-goal lead.
Well, initially they lost the face-off, but then the ball went out of bounds. They got it. It was a little helter-skelter clearing the ball, and I think with 2 minutes left, they just want to possess the ball and let their defense rest a little bit. And it's just more or less almost like taking last shot, not give Burr and Burton another chance for another goal in this quarter.
So with the ball controlling is Zowick. Zowick behind the net to Gilliam. Good extended defense by Jack Martin on the ball. Elliott now to the net, gets the shot off, deflected off at Burton helmet, I think, and out of bounds.
Yeah, they're just being patient, and if Burton's really going to stretch it out, that could actually open up some of the field for something on the inside.
Zowick again. Minute to go here in the third quarter. Zowick with a run. Oh, little shot to the head there. He maintains possession, gets back to his feet, dumps the pass off. Here's a shot, it's a goal. Zowick to Peter Gilliam.
CVU goal scored by number 23, Peter Gilliam, assisted by number 5, Colin Zouk. That's Gilliam from Zouk on the goal.
That was a fabulous cross crease feed to Gilliam for the layup.
And the flag will be waved based on the goal.
So they
technical foul. So we'll still stay.
So they take that. They take the man advantage away because of the goal being struck so quickly, or
no? It was a push, which is a technical foul, and if a goal is scored on a technical foul, the foul is waived. If it was a personal foul, the foul would still be adjudicated.
Here's the face-off. Burton comes away with it. Good job by Carter Cave, just racking up those face-off wins. Dumps it off, gets out of the game. Coming back in. Here's Gray. Clock not running. CVU scrambling about it. And
that was determined to be a pass. So Burton loses possession. CVU on the clear.
Destito will get things started here for CVU. Destito down the right side. Gets past both defenders. CVU with under 30 seconds left should get the last shot. Good ball movement. Matthias Williams on the far side. Time ticking away. Here comes Pierce. Pierce making a run. Tries to get the long shot off and doesn't.
No, lost possession on a Ward. Here comes the long shot.
This is everything and almost out of the park. So after 3 quarters of play, CVU holding on to a 4-goal lead over Burton. You're watching Boys Division I Championship Lacrosse on the NFHS Network.
At Price Chopper and Market 32, we want to help you shop smart to get the best quality and value for you and your family. That's why we created
More ways to save.
Just Use Your Advantage Card to save.
Just trying to delay actually doing anything. They'll force you into playing by making you keep the ball inside the restraining line.
Now, is that just officials' discretion?
It is.
Yep.
The only other time stalling rule applies is if there's 4-goal or less difference. The winning the team that's leading with the last 2 minutes in the game have to keep it in the restraining box.
Yeah. Good ground ball soup there by CVU. It's Elliott now behind the net. Tries to shuttle one in from behind. Doesn't like the right side, goes around the left. Good check out, hard defense there by Townsend. It's a shot, and it's a goal.
There was no slide from Burton. They just kind of let him go back and forth. And he took that one extra step to glory, as they call it. Got the angle he needed. Wide open shot.
Turner Elliott puts CVU up 12-7. Scoreboard is showing 21-14 shots in favor of CVU. Here's the face-off. Great job again by Carter Cave.
They got to get it in the box, and they do.
Here's Maselli. There's a fake. Good strength by the defense. Oh.
That flag down.
And this should be we have one official pointing toward CVU and one official pointing toward Burton, so there might have been 2 infractions.
So the first was a trip, and then the push from behind makes it a dead ball. And so then at that point, you adjudicate the tripping play.
Personal for tripping.
So it will be a 1-minute penalty against CVU for tripping. Burton will get possession.
Look for Emmett Edwards to be sneaking from the back right.
This is one of the things you picked up on the video you watched of their April 27th game?
Absolutely.
Hey, if a play works, you stick with it. There's a shot and a goal. It was Michael Crabtree coming through for Burton, receiving the pass from the back.
Goal scored by number 24, Michael Crabtree, assisted by number 4, Matt Graber. That's Crabtree from Graber on the goal.
You know, when in doubt, it's probably going to be an assist from Graber as well. And working from behind the net, just a great opportunity for somebody with good stick work and good field vision to see cutters coming with a whole field in front of him to choose from.
I don't know statistically what Burton's man advantage offense was this year, but it looks very good.
Ground ball scooped up again. Oh, still loose.
Illegal procedure. One of the Burton players probably stepped out of the box prematurely. Can't do that until there's possession on a face-off. So as a result, it'll be white ball.
Here comes CVU. It is Gilliam making the run down the far side. Oh, correction, that's Destito. Destito to Gilliam behind the net. Substitutes check in for the Redhawks. Here's Gilliam making his run, shadowed by Gorley. Owen Pierce now, center field. He's being marked up by Michael Crabtree for the Bulldogs. He's cut back by Pierce. Ball checked out of his stick. It's down, and the ground ball is scooped up. Coming away with it is Crabtree, and he goes back to the keeper, Kaplan. CVU dropping back, not putting as much pressure on now.
Yeah, they're going deep ride, more of a zone ride. Just defending against a fast break.
Halstead reverses onto the stick of Gray. Here's Peyton Gray looking inside as a teammate. Maselli with a shot in the goal.
That was the definition of dodge, draw, and dump.
Burton goal scored by number 7, Nick Maselli, assisted by number 26, Peyton Gray. That's Maselli from Gray on the goal.
Burton did not get to 17-1 by rolling over easily, and they're making a game of it, nipping away at that 5-goal halftime lead.
And I'm so impressed by their poise. They're not getting desperate. They're staying in the game. They know 3 goals, 8 minutes, it's doable.
Face-offs are going to be key. And Carter Cave has been very successful. Gets control of it back, and his wingman picks it up. It is Julian Halstead. Halstead now behind the net. And across to Maselli. Maselli shadowed by Peyton Anderson. Behind the net, here's Maselli with a jump shot. Doesn't go. Rolling toward the sideline, and it's going to stay Burton ball. Here's Peyton Gray. His reversal. Edwards behind the net. Great fake, great pass, but a brilliant save by Jake Bowen.
Spot on, there.
Looked like it was going to be another assist for Graber, but what a save by Bowen. Sent over the sideline, and it's going to go Burton way.
Oh, they're calling it. Was timeout was called before he went out of bounds.
Perfect timeout by CVU. Their second of the second half. But saving possession when Burton was certainly feeling some momentum. And Bose gave way to Devin Fay a little bit for the face-offs. Kind of gave Carter Cave a different look, a different feel, and Bose comes back in for this end of the fourth quarter face-off and wins it.
Well, they must have made some adjustments because they're starting to make it a lot more even in the face-offs. And this is a critical time of the game to be able to win face-offs and have that possession. Now you can dictate the game when you've got the ball.
Behind the net, it's Gilliam. Gilliam making his moves, defended by Devin Fay. Here's a shot. I think Kaplan got a bit of it, and then he reels it in. Kaplan looking for an open outlet. Just going to dump it off into the cross of Carter Noyes.
This is your typical punt return clear.
Here's Noyes, gets it across midfield on the attack. Here's Maselli. Great move, and it crosses the line for a goal.
Burton goal scored by number 7, Nick Maselli. That's Maselli on the unassisted goal.
He demonstrated fabulous stick control on that, being able to bring it from the right to the left.
And Burton spreading their goals out. Maselli has scored the last 2 for the Bulldogs.
Well, they've been trading goals here for a little while. This is for Burton. They really need the next one.
Again, every face-off becomes more and more vital. This one won by Burton, but the ground ball is loose and still being battled for. Well, this 50-50 ball is really dragging on. I think each team knows the importance of coming away with this one. Finally, Burton comes away with it.
Fast break opportunity. They got the numbers. Long pole.
Another ground ball slapped toward the goal.
Shot and the hockey score.
And that was Matt Graber, I think.
Goal scored by number 4, Matt Graber. That's Graber on the unassisted hockey style goal.
I know I covered Burton at least once in hockey. I wasn't sure if Graber was one of the star players for the hockey team or not, but that looked like a nice little slap shot.
Well, the defense let the long pole take the shot. The keeper had the save, but there was a rebound, and Graber managed to take advantage of it with just a simple little flip, and that was the goal they needed. So now they know they're in it. They're only down by 2 with 4 minutes and change.
Again, a hugely vital face-off. Ball on the ground, and that's a push from behind against CVU. Burton down by 2 goals will get possession.
And they still have 1 timeout they could use at some point if they felt they needed.
Peyton Gray getting things started for the Bulldogs. Reverses to Carter Noyes. Here's Graber. Long pass in the middle. On the cross of Gray. Gray dumps it off to the side. Maselli.
Looks like he's going for the ISO. 1-on-1.
Maselli past 2 defenders. Good defense by Peyton Anderson. The sophomore defender's a shot and a kick save by Bowen.
What a great save by Bowen on that one.
Bowen's had a couple big saves here in the second half, really ensuring the lead for CVU. Behind the net, getting things started, will be Carter Noyes. He's being traced by Jacob Bose. Noyes gets the shot off and off the post. Ground ball scooped up by Turner Elliott. A game of inches, Coach.
Absolutely. And that was a great move because he had a short stick on him. It was the right time to take that shot. The post is only 2 inches, so if it bounces out, you're not missing by much.
Here's Elliott now. CVU with a 2-goal lead. Pressure by Peyton Gray coming out on Elliott. Elliott
So we got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Under 2 minutes, CVU will have to keep it in the box.
Here's Elliott behind the net in the box.
You'll hear the referees say, keep it in.
Here's Shea. Shea making his run.
They don't have to score. They don't even have to shoot. They can try to burn clock, but they have to stay inside the restraining box. If they step out, they'll lose possession.
And that's going to be a push from behind. Shea went out of the box, but a couple flags, 3 flags on the play. So it's after a game we commented was super clean right now in the key end moments of the game. Watching Nolan Shea run out the clock, literally run out the clock, doing laps around the interior of the box. A shove in the back is, I believe, going to give CVU at least the initial call. We'll see if there was a retaliation call by the against the Redhawks.
Well, it gets a little frustrating when the other team is just running around with the ball, not doing anything. And sometimes you lose your cool and you try to push them out. Instead of doing it legally from the side, you push them in the back and you end up getting a penalty. And now you made your job even harder to try to get the ball back.
So with just over a minute 30 remaining, CVU still has to keep it in the box, but they will have the man advantage?
Well, not necessarily. So now that there's been a penalty, they'll have 10 seconds. I'm not sure if they need to get it in. Once they get it in, they do have to keep it in. But they may be able to stall outside the box for a while.
We have seen both of these teams can string goals together quickly. So burning that clock is certainly.
Yep, so they got a 10-second time that they got to get it in, and now that it's in, they do have to keep it in the box. But with Burton man down, they can't really stretch out and try to double the ball. So they're just watching the clock tick down.
Elliott being pressured by Liam Bradley.
That's called withholding, so it goes to Burton. They got the ball back, even though they're man down.
Here's a run.
Nice clear.
Pass forward by Bradley. And Burton takes that timeout with 1 minute exactly remaining, trailing by 2. CVU leading 13-11. Now, Coach, you're in the huddle right now. Burton's offensive coach. What are you saying to your team?
Well, if you're going to tie this thing up, first you got to get 1 goal, and then you got to win the face-off. And then on that face-off, you're going to probably have to score. So you don't want to take too much time. You don't want to take 45 seconds to score that first one. So you're probably thinking something more in the 20-second, 30-second realm, but you're also man down. So it'll be interesting what kind of defense that CVU will roll out. Will they put out a zone right now with the man up, or will they try to double the ball wherever the ball's starting? So kind of interesting. This is part of the chess game.
I don't know if you heard out there, but the public address announcer just mentioned Dan Shepardson, a longtime athletic director for CVU, retiring. This is his last event that he will be proctoring for the CVU Redhawks. And if you're involved in any sports in any way, I think you've probably run across Dan Shepardson. He's been an official, an educator, a referee, athletic director. So certainly he'll be missed in the athletic community. I wouldn't be surprised if we still see him around here and there participating in some way. It's hard to go cold turkey when you've done so much to participate in high school athletics in Vermont. Hope we don't lose him to Florida.
Well, I'd say Dan Shepardson is an awesome AD and is even a more awesome man.
Carter Noyes with the ball for Burton. Being shadowed by Gilliam. Time ticking away. Here's the shot cross, and it's intercepted. Turner Elliott making the pick. Ball's on the ground. Ground ball slapped out of the box.
A little desperation. We've got 30 seconds left. They're going to need to get a shot soon.
Long pass over the stick of Noyes. Noyes hustles for it, but it will roll out of bounds. So just over 20 seconds remaining. Ball reversed into the stick of Destito. Destito makes the run across midfield.
Now they're just going to try to burn clock.
Nolan Shea into the zone. Shea tiptoes across the line, staying in. Sends it back, and that's going to do it.
What a fantastic game.
The CVU Redhawks win this one by a score of 13-11 and win their 9th straight Boys Division I Lacrosse Championship.
And a tip of the hat to the Burr and Burton Bulldogs. They gave us the game we kind of thought they would, and it was a close game as we thought it would be. Unfortunately for them, 3-time a bridesmaid, but they certainly played with high class, a lot of poise, great effort. So I tip my hat to them.
Yeah, never say die attitude is what I would bring up too. I mean, it looked like this game was going to be out of hand for a bit, down by 5 at halftime, but they really did battle back. And as we said, a game of inches. They missed a shot there with about 2.5 left. That would have made it a 1-goal game. That really could have changed the complexion. Congratulations to the CVU Redhawks, though, earning their 9th straight Boys Division I championship trophy.
I think the turning point of the game was the first 2 goals to start the 3rd quarter, jumping up to a 10-4 lead. And from that point, they were able to just do enough to maintain that possession. But that was really, I think, the game changer.
Well, we typically just turn it over to the public address announcer now to watch a little bit of the final presentations. I'd first like to thank our cameraman, Steve McAllister, our producer, Kenneth Brusso. And Coach, thank you so much. It was really an honor and a joy to have you here, and looking forward to doing the this afternoon's Boys Division II championship game with you right here on the NFHS network as well.
Thanks, Carl. Had a blast.
Once again, the final score of this one, 13 for the CVU Redhawks, 11 for the Burton Bulldogs. And we are going to turn it over to the public address announcer so you can enjoy the Boys Division I Lacrosse Championship trophy presentation here on the NFHS Network.
A special thanks to Alex Blanchard, Greg Bates, Jeff Schulman, and the many volunteers and workers from the University of Vermont for all they have done to plan and host these championships. After the handshake, we will then hand out the awards.
He was trying to figure out yelling. He was trying to figure out streaming, and he got booted out. And I'm like, I'll text you updates. And he's like, I'm listening to Lee. I said, I already said hello to him.
Yeah, all you can do is second game as well.
Nice. Rice and Hartford. It's a little different venue experience than the ski race thing, right? It's very personalized in our ski race. Yeah. I'll see you this winter. I'm back for a little more. I came from Middlebury District.
If you want to see me, you'll have to be in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, you're making the move?
I'm gone for 1 year.
Oh, you're doing 1 year. All right. No one's filling your spot, right? They're just going to do it without you.
I don't know how that's going to go.
Good for you.
And I don't know if there'll be a spot available when I come back. I've got 15 years running.
Yeah.
And my wife and I are going to do the